Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Let's get the day started. Sorry I'm running late this morning. And I set it apparently for the wrong time. But it'll all be all right. How are you this morning? How is everyone this morning? Let me get little one settled here. So, what is on your agenda for today? What do you have planned for today? I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to get into today. It's still a little bit cool and damp. Good morning, troops. How are you this morning? Good morning, good morning. Trying to get little one settled down here a little bit. He's wondering where Mr. Z just went, so he's looking to see if he's going to be coming back in. He needed to run to town real quick. Here. Let me run in here. Good. How about you? I'm doing really good. Let me go get him another treat real quick, something that maybe he'll be more satisfied with, and I'll be right back. Give me just 1 minute. And the kitty's here this morning. There's Mr. Kitty this morning. He says, hello, everybody. He says it's not just Ryder. He says there's two of us. There's two fur babies. Oh, there's my fur babies. Say good morning. Good morning, everyone. Say, the fur babies are up and at it this morning. Okay, let me go get him a treat. I'll be right back. Kitty, yes, he's a big fella. He is huge. He is my rescue kitty. There we go. Yes, say, I'm a rescue kitty, and I'm mommy's baby. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna put you over here, and let mommy get you a treat. Come on. Sorry about that. I have 12 cats. Oh my goodness, 12 cats. Wow. That's a lot of kitties. That's a lot of kitties. Well, I'm just getting up and getting my morning started. I was up earlier and then I laid back down for a little bit with Poppy. So I'm just getting up and getting some coffee and getting ready to get my day started. Good morning from Green Acres, Florida. Good morning, AG. How are you this morning? I'm going to be making some hot dog chili. Yes, some of them are inside and outside cats. Wow. If you don't mind me asking, what religion are you? I don't mind you asking. This religion's one thing I don't really talk a lot about. I was raised Methodist. My grandmother was a Mennonite. And so that's the religions that I was familiar with my whole entire life, was Methodist and Mennonite. I'm thinking about making some hot dog chili, some homemade hot dog chili sauce today because the AC central air, the gentleman still hasn't got the coolant put in. So it gets a little warm here in the afternoon. So last evening I made, wow, hi, pick a name, good morning. That Mr. Newington, that sounds good. Oh, okay, okay. Um, so I'm trying to make quick, easy meals right now in the evenings or do my cooking and baking and early in the morning because I do live in a mobile home and there's not shade here. So it gets very warm very quick. And the gentleman came to work on the AC unit and it needed some Freon, but it's not the type of Freon that he had available. He had to order the Freon. So I'm still waiting for him to come back and put the coolant in. So I think we're going to want to have some, do hot dogs and french fries for dinner. So I'm going to make Mr. Z doggy dog. I'll be monkey high. Oops, dropped it. Yes, he dropped it. What state do I live in? Pick a name. I am in Ohio. I'm originally from West Virginia. I was born and raised in West Virginia, and my husband is from Ohio. So we live in Ohio, and I'm about 3.5 hours away from where I grew up as a child and where a lot of my family are. Is it hot here today? It's supposed to be in the 70s and rainy today, but that humidity, it doesn't take long for that humidity to raise up the temperature in a mobile home, and especially with me not having any shade or anything here. So it's it gets a little warm here quick, and so I'm just going to make something simple and easy for dinner this evening and do some hot dogs and french fries and make some homemade chili sauce. How old is my dog? He is 9 months old. He will be 10 months old the 1st of April. So he's almost 10 months old. Where I live, it's supposed to be 80 something. Wow, troops. Wow. Now, it was really warm here yesterday. I want to visit Japan because I want to see all the cherry blossom trees. Oh, I love the cherry blossoms. They are so pretty. We have dogwoods in bloom here, and some of our cherry trees are in bloom. The wild cherry trees. Still a pup. Oh, I have a 2-year-old Hiskimo. Huskimo? Is that a husky? Mixed? Huskimo. I don't know if I'm familiar with that name. He is a Maltese, and if you go back a couple of my lives, he had really, really long hair. And we're getting ready to go camping. We have a really nice camper, and we do a lot of camping. We're getting ready to go open the camper up for spring and get everything cleaned up. And I had taken him with us to Home Depot. And my husband took him out into the little grassy area to go POTTY. And I thought he had a piece of dirt on his little back, and it was a small tick. So we went ahead and had him groomed and cut back. I have cherry blossom tree in my front yard. Oh, troops, I bet that is beautiful. Husky mix with an American. Oh, but they are considered their own breed. Oh, I bet that is absolutely beautiful. Pick a name. I bet that is beautiful. Big, big dog, correct? What a little over 100 pounds probably or more. That would. My sister always had Huskies and German Shepherds, and they were so beautiful. She's only about 28 pounds. Wow. I heard the bang too. I don't know what it was, sweetheart. I heard it too. I know. He's learning how to be a little guard dog. It's so cute. He says I'm being protective. I heard something bang too, honey. It's all right. Oh, it's just a kitty into something. It's all right. He's so precious. I have a tiny cherry blossom in my front yard, but it's small, so flowers are not blooming yet. Oh, runt of the litter. Oh, okay. You got the runt. I always think the runts sometimes they're the best dogs. Mine is little, but my grandma has had one for 30 years. Oh, wow, the cherry tree. My husband ordered some dwarf cherry trees because my husband loves anything cherry. Cherry pies, chocolate covered cherries, anything cherry. So we did order, I thought he was ordering small dwarf seedlings. I've been sick and it's the worst. Oh no, Cliff. What's wrong? Hopefully it's nothing serious. This time of the year there's always little seasonal things going around. So I thought he was going to be getting his little dwarf seedlings, little trees. No, it's not really bad. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that, Cliff. But they're seeds. They came in as seeds, so I did plant the seeds. And these are small dwarf cherry trees, and you can grow them on your patio. So they should be ready to produce by July. You ready to hop in? Are you all done? Are you all done? There you go. That's the kitty. That's the kitty. He says, okay, I see him now, Mom. I see him now. Okay, now you can lay down. He said, making sure everything's all good. He's so cute. I need to go get ready for the day, but have a good day or night. You seem like a nice person. Well, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Newbie. Well, how do you say that? Newington. Thank you. Kitty, no. Kitty, no. Let me move Kitty. He's up. He's right behind my phone. What are you doing, little one? Here, I'm going to put you down. Here, let's put you on the chair. Oh, my goodness. Mr. Kitty says, I want to be part of the live stream this morning. I'm going golfing today, so I might not be in the stream much longer. Oh, okay, troops. Enjoy your golfing. I haven't been golfing for years. It's been a long time. Okay, I got Kitty on the chair. Hopefully everybody's settled this morning. I'm telling you, it's just been a morning here. I think they can feel the storm that's about to come. We're supposed to have some storms. And I've been seeing where a lot of people are having some really bad storms. So if you're in the storm's path, I pray for your safety and, please stay safe and take all precautions for the storms. And this time of the year, they come fast and they're very strange storms early in the year like this. So, they're calling for damaging hail in places. Oh, Z, my mom died yesterday. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry, Z. My heart goes out to you and your family and your loved ones. I am so sorry to hear that. Are you doing okay? How are you doing? Thank you. You're welcome, Z. How are you doing? Oh, I lost my mother when I was 3 years old. I was just a baby. She died of cancer. My mother passed away of cancer too, Z. And I was only 3. I was just a baby. Still a baby. And, yeah. Wow. Pick a name. Well, I have to go. It was nice talking to you. Thank you, Pick a Name. Z, oh, I'm sorry. Rest in peace. Fly high. Thank you, troops. Thank you for being here. enjoy your golf game, and I hope you have a great 18 holes. Enjoy the day. Hopefully you'll have a good game and have nice weather. Nice weather. No sudden storms or anything like that. So go golfing and enjoy. Oh, that sounds fun. It's been so long. I don't even know if I could do a whole 18 holes anymore. Not since I've been disabled with my lagging foot. There's so many things I used to do that I cannot do anymore. I'm getting ready for church. Okay, Z. Well, God bless you. My prayers and thoughts are with you and with your family and loved ones. And, I'm on here live a lot. If you need to just come on and have someone to talk and to talk with and to listen, we're here. You're welcome. You're welcome, Z. So, yeah, anytime, Z. And if there's anyone listening, please send prayers out for Z and Z's family and loved ones for their loss. I subscribed. Oh, thank you, Z. Z's lost his mother, and so please, if you're watching, send a prayer out for Z and his family. Oops, let me put my do not disturb on. I thought I had it on. Give me just 1 minute. Okay. Sorry about that. I thought I had my do not disturb one. Apparently I didn't have it on yet. You want to come up and lay down on Mommy's lap? Here, maybe if I put a blanket up here, you'll be more comfortable here. So let me get your blanket. Yeah, so I'm not going to do a whole lot today. I did get my Jeep back yesterday afternoon, so that was, you were so sweet. Oh, well, thank you, Z. So that was awesome. I got my Jeep back, and whoa, don't bite, Mommy. No, here. How about you chew on the back? How about you chew on your back? So, that was awesome. I love your dog. Oh, well, thank you, Z. His name is Ryder, and he is just precious, absolutely precious. See, I'm full of energy. I'm young, and I'm learning, but I'm doing very good. He'll be 10 months old the 1st. He is a little Maltese, and this is his first grooming where he's been groomed all the way back, so he's getting used to it. You just see he looks so different. He had all that long, beautiful hair, and we had to groom it back a little bit. I've got a lot of light coming in right there, so let me see if I can turn that a little bit. Oops, maybe that's too much. But he's getting used to it. I send birthday wishes for me. Oh, well, thank you. He is absolutely precious. I'm really glad that we have him and that he decided to choose me, and Mr. Z is his fur mommy and daddy. He's a beautiful fur baby. Brings a lot of joy to my home. A lot of joy. So I'm sitting here this morning thinking about what all am I going to get into to get the day started. And you're just awful restless this morning. You're just awful restless. Maybe he's wanting to put himself to bed. He was up a good bit. And then he wanted to lay back down, and he was right back up. So he's just very, very restless this morning. I don't know what's the matter with him. I don't know what's the matter with him. You want to try another bone? Here, let's try a bigger bone here. Let's try one of these. No? Okay. All right. Here you go. Here. You just take your bone. Let's go to your bed. Here. Let's go lay down in your bed. See if I can get him settled in his little bed here. Come on. got little pieces of bone everywhere this morning. You want to play? You want to play? Maybe you can wear yourself down. You ready? So, I have to go. Oh, you crochet. Oh, wow. No, I don't know how. I don't know how to knit or crochet. I'm not good at either one of those. Now, I do love to sew. I've made a lot of quilts. I love making quilts. I love making little aprons for the kitchen. I used to make them for my granddaughters. And they used to love all the different seasons that I would make them, all the little seasonal aprons. And then I would make the little boys the blue jean ones and then the white ones for their little toolkits when they were babies. And they had the little pockets and they could put all the little tools in their pockets. And so I love sewing and I love making crafts. But other than that, I can't. I'm not good at crocheting or knitting. I tried it and I maybe just don't have the patience for it. So that's just something I could never get the hang of. The closest thing I did with yarn was my grandmother used to make the quilts, and she was a Mennonite, and they were a patch quilt. So any of the old shirts from the family, they would take all their different shirts and clothing up, and she would cut little squares, and then she would hand sew those squares together, and then of course put the quilting and matting in the middle, and then have like a flannel on the back, and she would do like a knot, like a yarn knot quilt, and they were so warm and they were just so pretty. And so my grandmother showed me how to do that. So that's about the only thing that I learned how to do with yarn. So now I'm not really that good with yarn. And I'd love to learn how to do macrame as well, but I just don't have the patience for it. And I found the cutest little macrame. I'm working on that from my mom's clothes. Oh, see, that will be so wonderful. And they last forever. Those quilts just seem to last forever. I know I had the same one that my grandmother made me when I was probably going into my early teens. And I had that quilt. I think I still have it in one of my chests. And I mean, years and years I had that quilt, and it was just so warm and it held up so nice. Now, the ones that I do are not, not like grandma's. They're the more you sit down and you have a lot of quilting, sewing. I'm going to smoke a cigarette. I do smoke cigarettes and drink coffee. So I'm going to have a cigarette and I'm going to have some coffee. So I love macrame, anything macrame. My grandmother used to do little dollies for the little stands, the decorative dollies, and she would out of the macrame, and oh, they were so cute, so cute. And then she would make little handkerchiefs, and she always had her little apron on and always had a little handkerchief. And she would do a lot of embroidery on her little handkerchiefs. And I think I still have several of her little handkerchiefs. Not to be rude, but how old are you? I am 62. I will be 63 in December. Can you give me just 1 minute? I'm going to go in here and check on the little one. You doing? What are you doing? Okay, I know where you're at now. Okay, I was just checking on the little one. I didn't know what he was doing. I seen him back there in the back hallway, and I didn't know what he was doing. He had one of his toys back there. Wow, you look great for your age. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. Hold on. Hold on. There you go. Yes, I'm definitely not young and chipper like I used to be. Wow, you just can't hold on to that this morning. Are you having problems this morning? No, don't bite. Don't bite. It's not nice. I think you need to go lay down in your bed and take a nap. I think you're tired. I think you need a nap. I think you need a nap. Here. See if I can get him to. I'm 36. I just lost a pair of twins. Oh, Z. Oh. Oh my goodness. You've just been through it. Oh, heavens. I am so sorry. Oh my goodness. I only have one child, one daughter, and when I was carrying her, she was a twin, and I lost one of them. I lost one of the twins, and then I was pregnant with another set of twins, twin boys, and I lost that set of twins. So God only blessed me with one child, and I feel very grateful to have that one child. Yeah, it's been a hard year. Oh, Z. Oh, heavens. God bless you, sweetheart. Let me get Puppy some water. You want water? Okay. Oh, yes. I know. Let's see. So, at first, I was really upset, whenever I lost the babies. And my grandmother helped me. She said, sweetheart, sometimes when something like that happens, she said maybe it's God's way of taking care of things. And I didn't quite understand, and I was still pretty young. I was in my early 20s, and or no, I was 18, I think, 19. And then as I got older and I watched my daughter grow and realized how blessed I was that I did have one child. And then shortly after I lost the twin boys, I had endometriosis. And I had to go in for emergency surgery. And they tried to save, my female parts. And it only lasted about a year. And then I had to go back in for emergency surgery. And the second time it was so bad that they lost me twice on the operating table. And when I woke up, I realized I could not have any more children. So I'm very blessed that I had one child. I have a 13-year-old and a 3-year-old. Wow, that's an age difference, isn't it? Wow. That light is awful bright. Is that light too bright? I'm trying to adjust it so it's not so bright. That's a big age difference. Wow. 13-year-old and a 3-year-old. Does your 13-year-old help you with the 3-year-old a lot? Wow. So I have one daughter and 4 grandchildren. So I feel so blessed. I'm glad that I did have my daughter when I had my daughter. If I would have waited until I was older, I would not have had any children. Yes, she's so helpful. Oh, Dee. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, apparently it was not meant for me to have a big family. I would have loved to have had a big family. And, but I was blessed with one child. So I feel very, very lucky that I have the one child. And I know that I was overprotective of my daughter. Maybe that's why I was so overprotective, because I knew she was my only child. And let me see if I can turn this other light off. Tell me if this helps a little bit. There, is that better? So that bright light's not right in my face. Does that make it just a little better? I hope so. Yes, she's so helpful. Oh, Z. Oh, that is so precious. So precious. My daughter was, when my husband and I divorced, my ex-husband, oh my gosh, my 3-year-old just came and said, Gigi, which is what he would call my mom. Oh, oh, oh my goodness. Oh, that's, you're going to break my heart this morning. Oh, you've got a lot of adjustment to go through. I know you do. And so do the children. Little one, you're just way too hyper this morning. You're just way too hyper. Let mommy get a few things here and you pick something. How is that? Why don't you pick something? Here, pick one. Which one do you want? Pick one. I got all kinds of things. Which one do you want? I want that one. I know you've got a... He said, is that Gigi? Do I look like or similar to your mom? Is that why he thought I was Gigi? Oh, oh, that is, oh, that's precious. Bless it. Is it a little boy or little girl? Yes, I think it's the dog and hair. Oh, oh, okay. A boy. Oh, oh. There you go. I think this one's finally going to settle down and lay down. Yeah, I know. I was very blessed to have an older sister. And when my mother passed away, my older sister was, when I was 3, she was 18. And she had just started a family. And she and her husband took in myself and my other siblings. Hey, no, we don't fight. No, no, I'll put you down. No, that is not nice. You're teething and it's not nice. Here, let's find something. You're just being way too busy this morning. So I was very blessed to have an older sister, and she was very young and just starting her own family with a newborn. And she took in myself and my other 4 siblings. So she took all 5 of us, and she had the newborn. So that gave her a family of 6. And she was only 18. And then she had 2 more children. So she had 3 children, and there was 5 of us. So her home became huge, and there was 10 of us in our household then. And I was in my early teens before I realized that she was not my mother. I had always called her mom, and she said that, because she had her children calling her mom. So my younger sister was 2, I was 3, and then my one brother was 11, so he was older, and then my younger brother and sister, they were really close, 9 months apart. So we were all young. So she said, when you kids started calling me mom, I just didn't say anything. And so when we were teenagers, she said, it's time to let them know. And I knew we had went up every summer, and we had done maintenance on a graveyard. And we were always mowing and trimming, and, I just thought that it was relatives, you know, you just don't think to ask. And it gave us something to do on weekends, and we went up and we tended the graveyard and we mowed. And so when I was a teenager, my mother, I still call her mom, still call him dad. They took us up to the graveyard and they explained to us, before we went up, that my mother had passed away, and that she had passed away from cancer when we were very young. And then she took us up, and we then realized who these graves were that we were tending. So my mother's grave was there, and then she said, "Now right here next to your mom is your baby sister." And she was born premature, and she only lived 3 days. Her lungs were not fully developed. So, and then the strange thing was, she said, "Now when you read the tombstones," this is maybe one reason my mother held off on it. The baby was born on Valentine's Day. So she was born February the 14th. She died February the 17th. And the next year, my sister said she really thinks my mother grieved herself over the loss of that baby. And the next year, my mother passed away went in the hospital on Valentine's Day and passed away on the 14th. So on their tombstones, their date of death is exactly the same to the very day, 1 year apart. So, but then I found out that was where all my other family members were buried, and that was our family graveyard. So that's why we had been going up every year since I could remember, and tending the graves. So, again, I'm very sorry for your loss, and I pray for you and your family and your loved ones. And cancer is terrible. Do I live alone? No, I actually I'm married. My husband, I call him Mr. Z. He doesn't like being called Mr. Zink. He says Mr. Zink is my dad. So I call him Mr. Z. And he is out and about. He's always busy. And he went to pick up, what was it he went to pick up this morning? Oh, some Freon for my Jeep and something else. So he's always out and about. You'll see him every now and then. I think on one of my lives when I was doing breakfast, if I don't get up and get on live really early, Mr. Z is already outside. He's disabled, but he likes to go outside and keep busy, He says it's easier for him if he keeps busy. If he sits around, it's really hard for him to get back up and then keep going. And he is just so amazing. He always has something to do. Now, he can't do most of the work, but we're really lucky that he has friends and family members that if there's some project that he wants to do, they're right there and they'll come and help him. And he had his own business for 30 years, a construction business. So some of his ex-employees, if they need a little side job, He'll say, I'm going to be cleaning out this building. If you want to make some extra money, I could use some help. And they all just jump in there and come. And all of them they love Mr. Z. He's amazing. He's absolutely amazing. He is my world. I mean, he is just my world. And you always see me cooking and baking, and Mr. Z loves desserts and he loves his treats. So I'm always trying to find something to make Mr. Z in the kitchen. I'm always cooking and baking and spoiling Mr. Z because he spoils me daily. He spoils me with his love and his kindness. My 3-year-old's name is Anthony. Hi, Anthony. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, good morning. Oh, how precious. Do you call him Anthony or Tony? Hey, Ryder, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? We call him Buddy. Oh, is he still in the room? I'll bring my big kitty cat over and let him see my big kitty cat. Hold on just a minute. This is my other fur baby. This is my rescue kitty. This is Buddy, and his name is Buddy. Say, my name is Buddy. They call me Buddy. And these are my babies. These are my babies. These are my 2 fur babies. He said fluffy kitty. Oh, yes, he is definitely a fluffy kitty. And he is a rescue kitty. We got him from the animal shelter. And he was so tiny I could hold him in the palm of my hand almost when I brought him home. And now he is huge. He is very, very big and very, very heavy. He is a very, very big boy. So those are my fur babies. The fluffy kitty, that is so cute. That is so cute. And somebody's jealous. He said, Pebbles, that's our cat. Oh, Pebbles, that's a cute name. Oh. Sounds like he's talking very good. Very good. And for 3, that's good. I'm hoping this one's ready to settle down a little bit. He's been something. Yes, he's very smart. Oh. Oh. I kept telling my daughter she was growing up too fast. It seemed like she did everything early. He loves music. Oh, does he watch video on music videos on TV and do the little dance? My grandchildren, I could still just see them. I'd have on a video on TV and they would just be doing their little dance, and I have videos, and every now and then I'll pull one out and I'll forget about, their little dances to the TV videos, and I'll just sit there and watch those. And now my grandchildren are all young adults. You don't smoke now? Yes, I still smoke. Yes, I smoke, Luffy. And I'm trying to quit, but every time that I think I'm going to be able to quit, my husband also smokes. So until I can get him to be able to quit, it's going to be a little harder because of his health problems. They will not allow him to do a vape. They said absolutely no vape. He's had stents in both legs and in his heart, and they told him absolutely no vapes. So we ordered the patches, and he's been trying the patches, and he's been trying to quit. Now, with me, it makes it easier for me if he's not smoking, but it's really hard whenever um, you both smoke in a home. Now, once we get this all remodeled and have everything painted, then he'll have to go outside and I'll have to go outside to smoke. And I think that's going to make it a little bit easier for him to quit smoking, especially in cold weather, when he knows that every time he wants to smoke, he'll have to step outside to smoke. So right now he's still smoking in the house, so I'm still smoking in the house because we still have all the painting to do. We're still removing cabinetries and things. My husband used to vape. Oh, okay, Z. Did the doctors agree that that was okay for him to vape? They didn't have a problem with that? So right now I have half of my kitchen cabinets removed and replaced. And a new island my husband put it in. He, it's all new. And we have all the linoleum and carpeting taken up in the biggest part of the mobile home. And it's a mobile home, so it's really hard to remodel. You got to move everything from one room to the other or from one side of the room to the other. So my one side of the kitchen where I'm always cooking and baking is the one side I have not got completely remodeled. We do have the new big one bowl sink and high faucet put in. We have the new dishwasher. Well, hello, don't say anymore. And I'm a woman. I just hide my name. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. So the range is new. The hood range, we got the hood over the range. But we held off on that whole side where the sink, dishwasher, all that is, because of the holidays and going into winter. So when you see me cooking and baking, that is the part of the kitchen that's not remodeled. And above the cabinets, you'll probably see where some of the trim's been removed and there's darker places. And my husband's removed the tops of the cabinets. All of those cabinets are getting ready to come down, all of the dark ones. And then it will be all of the light ones. They'll be this color. These are the new beautiful hickory cabinets, and they're really tall. And then this is the new, if I can get back far enough. Let's see if I can get back far enough. This is the new island, and it's all hickory, and it has a really nice thick marble countertop. And then when you come in to where you normally see me doing all the cooking, this is all of the dark that my husband's removing. And you can see where he's got most of the trim removed off this upper cabinets here. He's got all the tops out. And we're getting ready now to pull all of these and remodel this section, which is going to be a little rough for me in the kitchen because all the counters are going to be gone, all the upper and lower cabinets, and then all the new cabinets that will come in. And they will match this beautiful look that you're seeing over here. You can see the light colored hickory. And then these are my island, my beautiful island. So we've got these on this side in. But now we still need to finish. All of this needs to be removed. So we're working on all of that remodeling. And we have one bathroom, one full bath that's almost complete. It just needs painting and trim, and it'll be complete. Everything was removed, and go down to even the subflooring was removed, insulation was removed, new plumbing put in, and then new insulation put back in, new flooring, new commode, vanities. The only thing that we did not remove out of that bathroom was the shower tub combo. It's full size shower tub, and it was in really nice shape. So we did leave it. And then my husband went to my master bath once this one was put back together, and he took everything out of the master bath. So he took clear down the subflooring out, all the insulation, plumbing. We had a garden tub back there, and he removed that big garden tub because we never used it. And to me, it was just taking up a lot of space. And we just had a small walk-in shower in the master bath because it had the very large garden tub for accent. And so when we removed all that, it really opened that back bathroom up. So we've got all the new plumbing in, new subfloorings back in, insulation in the floorings back in. All the old cabinets and everything was removed. We have all the cabinetry purchased for that master bath, and they're the hickory, so they'll match the new kitchen cabinets. They'll be really light. So all that dark cabinetry that is in there matches the old kitchen cabinets. So all that'll come out. And we've got the cabinets, we've got the vanity, and I've got a really pretty countertop, and then the sink that doesn't sit in bowl down in the sink, or in the, it's not an in bowl, it sits actually on top of the counter. So that's our next project. The kitchen and the back bath he's going to be doing at the same time. And so I'll be so glad whenever all this remodeling is done. So we have all new flooring from the front into the front entry hallway, the front bathroom, the living room, the kitchen, the back hallway where the laundry facility is. And we have the flooring purchased for the master bath as well. So that will leave the 2 bedrooms when we're done with that. The master bedroom itself, the carpeting needs to come up, and then flooring put down, and then painting in there. So while my husband was back there, he took out the regular mobile home hot water tank, and he put in one of the on-demand hot water tanks, and that really gave us a lot of room in that little area, and he expanded that out bigger. And then he put in the, we have city water here, and it's so bad because where I live, there's a lot of chemical plants up and down the Ohio River. And one of them had leaked chemicals into the Ohio River, and it was C8. And it got into the local water, public water system. So they have to really, really put a lot of chemicals in there. So our water has a lot of chemicals in it. So my husband put in a saltwater water system for the whole house. And then under the sink, he put in the reverse osmosis system under the sink. So he did all of those. So everything that we're doing will be upgraded. And I'll be so glad. I'll be so glad when it's done. It is. I would rather build a home than remodel. Remodeling is such a mess, and especially in a mobile home. It's really, you're limited. You just are not satisfied this morning. What is the matter? I think he hears the storms are coming. It's awful dreary outside. And I think he's just hearing the storms are coming. So that's what I'm working on here. And then, of course, we're going camping. And it's a working camping trip because my husband's got vehicles already down where the camper is. And he started taking the one truck down to the frame, and then they're going to paint the frame and then put the new bed, new cab back on, and then do a complete paint job. Today's my 1st year anniversary with my husband. Oh, congratulations. What are you going to do for your anniversary today? Did you make plans? Congratulations. Oh, I got to go. Okay, Z, well, thank you for stopping in. I really appreciate you stopping in. I will keep you and your family and loved ones in prayer. And if there's anything I can help you with, please, come back on my lives if I'm on lives and let me know. We're going out. Oh, good, good. Well, you enjoy your day, and just know that my thoughts and prayers are with you, Z, and with your family and loved ones for your loss. So you enjoy your day, and happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. And I'll catch you the next time. You have a wonderful day, sweetheart. So I'm definitely waiting for this to get done remodeling, and then we'll be smoking outside, and hopefully it'll go from smoking outside to no longer smoking. So that's the plan. So I'm hoping Mr. Z is ready for that. I think the more health problems that he's got over the last few years, it's encouraged him to want to quit smoking. So he is attempting with the patches, and so he's trying, but he's not ready yet. And in my opinion, you have to be ready. You really have to be ready if you're going to quit smoking. Little one finally settled down. Finally settled down. I think he's tired. He needs a nap. He's a growing boy. He says, I'm growing. It's so cute. He'll get up and he'll be so busy, and then he'll go lay down for about 15 minutes. It's almost like he's recharging his batteries, and then he's right back up and ready to go again. He's a busy little fella, busy. He says, I have so much exploring to do. It was so cute yesterday morning when he went out and he seen his first bumblebee. And he went jumping toward the bumblebee, and I had to explain to him that's not your friend. He doesn't want to be your friend. It's going to be a very interesting summer watching him learn to explore and see all of his new surroundings. And especially with us going camping, because we do camp a lot and we do travel a lot. So he is going to have a lot of exploring to do this summer. It should be a fascinating summer. And I'll be sharing some of those times with you, hopefully on lives, and let you get to see us camping and doing some exploring and going on little adventures. Yes, it's a good boy. It's a good boy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, you got him. But I'm not planning on doing much of anything today. It's supposed to be storming and raining, and the rain makes my leg hurt, so I'm not going to be out much. And so I think I want to make some homemade hot dog chili. If I can get him to settle down here a little bit, I might go ahead and go in and get it started. And then we're going to have some hot dogs and french fries for dinner. And a dessert. I'm just going to make an easy dinner today. That's 2 easy dinners I've had in a row. Last night, the cream of chicken over biscuits turned out really good. And Mr. Z said, tell them that's one of my favorite recipes. I really like that. I really like that. So I said, I will let them know that the recipe that I made last evening was one of the ones that you like, that it's one of your favorites. So Mr. Z enjoyed his dinner last night. They did get some of the lawn work started as the yard got mowed. That was all the commotion at the end of my live yesterday. They were coming with the mower to get everything started, mower and weed eater. And it's Ryder's first year with mowers, lawn mowers, and weed eaters. And as you could hear yesterday, he's not impressed. He is definitely not impressed. So that is my plans for the day. And oh, that macrame thing I picked up is so cute. It you've seen the swings that people have on their deck, the macrame swings that you can sit in. It's similar to that, but it's one that you would use to put a plant in or a decoration on your patio. And so I did pick that up yesterday when I was at the little craft store and found that really cute apron that was on my thumbnail yesterday. And that apron is just so precious and so perfect for spring and for Easter. And it's not heavy material. It's a light cotton material. And I've seen that and it was just so precious. I just had to have it. I was like, oh. So I enjoyed my trip out yesterday afternoon, and I was a little bit disappointed they didn't have the garden plants in yet. Because last year I went to the same greenhouse and they had just sold out of the green pepper, the sweet pepper plants. And I wanted to get there early this year to make sure that I did get one of the sweet pepper plants, because their tomato plants and all their plants was just, they're amazing plants. Um, I had a little cherry tomato plant last year that I had gotten there, and it produced all summer long clear up into the late fall. And so I wanted to make sure I got there early this year, but they don't have them in yet. But that did not discourage me, because you have the great big greenhouse area, and then there they have some crafts, more for outdoors. And then they have another building that's two-story building, and they have a lot of quilting supplies, a lot of homemade quilts, the little apron like I got yesterday. There's a lot of different crafts, and it's 2 stories. They've got like local honey. Um, so when I want to get my honey, I like to get my honey there, and it's so good. That honey is just really really good. And they have candles all the one whole side when you walk over, and you have all those candle aromas. Oh, they smell so good. So we went into the craft area and we looked around, and I did find the macrame hanging swing, and then I did find the cute little apron that I had on my live stream thumbnail yesterday. And it is just so cute. It has a little bunny and some 3 little carrots, and it is, oh, it's just so cute. It's so springy, so Easter. So I got to go out and got to explore yesterday, so I was so tickled to get the Jeep back from the shop. And I got to get out and to move around a little bit, and I got sunshine yesterday. Oh, I needed that sunshine. I needed that vitamin D. It just brought my spirits up. It made me feel so much better. And this old damp weather really makes my leg, it bothers my leg, my injured leg. So I was so glad to see it warm up yesterday. And with me not being able to use the central air right now, by the time I wanted to make dinner last night, it was between 80 and 82 degrees in my home, even with the windows and the doors open with breeze. So I just made the cream of chicken over biscuits, and it was a quick, easy meal. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing today. I'm just going to make a quick, easy meal. And I'm hoping at the beginning of the week they'll be here to put the Freon in the central air system. Because I'm always cooking and baking. So I'm trying to do all my cooking and baking early in the mornings. That way I know Mr. Z is out and about, and I can open my windows and let a nice breeze through, and it helps to cool my mobile home off. So I'm hoping that he's settled down now. But I think I'm going to go in and get my hot dog chili started for dinner this evening. So how long have I been on here? I've been on here about an hour. It won't take me long to get this started, so if you want to come along with me, I'm going to go to the kitchen. And I'm going to make some hot dog chili. Some homemade hot dog chili sauce. It's very quick, very easy. So, I want to move you into the kitchen. And we'll go get the day started. So, let me take you this way. I'm going to get my hands washed. And then I'll get ready to start making some hot dog chili. I just thought that would be really nice to have something quick and easy. I will cut some homemade French fries. And I might even get to try out my French fry maker. I forgot. I got a new French fry cutter. So hang on just a minute. So I can wash up my new French fry maker cutter, and I can get it ready and see how it works out, see what I think of it, and then I'll be doing a review on this product. And it is a stainless steel. It says potato chipper, the kitchen good helper. I hope it's a good helper. I can always use a good help in the kitchen. And it is stainless steel. I love my stainless steel. If you've been watching me, you know that I love my stainless steel. So I can get this cleaned up and sanitized and maybe make some French fries. And it comes with the 2 different blades. The one that's already in, and a second one. So I can actually wash this up and get to try this out today and do a review on this product and see what I think, see if I'd recommend it. And this one came from Temu. I just was in there and I seen a few different things I wanted for the camper. And I thought these would be handy little things to have, you know, for the camper. And as I'm getting older, my hands are getting harder and harder to use with all the nerve damage I have. So if I can save myself a little bit of work, I'm going to go ahead and try to save myself a little bit of work. So I'll be able to try this out today. I'll get it washed up, sanitized, and then I'll see what I think of it. I'll get my little portable deep fryer ready, and then I will try this out. So that is what I'm going to do for dinner. Another experiment in the kitchen. I'm having fun in the kitchen. So I'm going to turn you this way so you can see where I'm at and what I'm doing. And here is that cute, adorable apron. Is that not just too cute? That is just absolutely too cute. So, let me go ahead and while I've got him out, let's put him on. And I had to get a child size. It came in 2 different sizes, and I had to go with child size. So since I'm going to be in the kitchen, I'm just going to go ahead and throw the apron on this morning. Isn't that just too cute? Too cute. And it is called the Carrot Patch. The Carrot Patch apron. Now, let me go ahead and get me a crock pot out. I'm just going to use the small crock pot this morning because I'm making hot dog chili. Or chili sauce, whichever you want to call it. Hot dog chili. I'm going to go ahead and get it plugged in there. And I'm about to get started in the kitchen. I always like to wipe it out just to make sure there's nothing on my crock, inside my crock pot, which I know there isn't, but I always like to make sure. And I'm going to move you over here, and I'm going to go ahead and chop some onions. This is really fast. It's really easy. With Mr. Z's coffee cup. And since Mr. Z is out and about, I might as well go ahead and get some chili sauce made. So make sure I don't have anything on there. And I'll be so glad when this part of my kitchen is remodeled. I cannot wait. I just cannot wait. It'll be so exciting. I will not know what to do with my new kitchen. So I'm going to go ahead and chop 1 onion. I'm probably not going to need all of that, for sure. I'm going to make me a little thing to hold some trash. So, if you're just coming on, I'm just trying to get a few things done today, and I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and get some hot dog chili started. Homemade hot dog chili. So I'm going to cut 1 onion and dice it up. So if you're bored, hang out with me in the kitchen. And let's make something in the kitchen. Let's get the day started. And my hot dog chili is really simple, really easy. There's not a whole lot to it. So, let me go ahead and wash this onion. And I'm going to go ahead and put 1 pound of ground hamburger in my little crock pot. Just 1 pound of ground beef. And I've got my crock pot turned on. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started. And I'm going to let that start browning on high. I'm just going to take my spoon and I'm just going to crush that up a little bit. So it'll brown a little better. So while I'm cutting up my onion, that can start browning. I like that crock pot to make the hot dog chili. It browns my burger really nice. So I don't have to stay right over the stove watching a frying pan. Because I'm usually busy. I'm usually doing other things. So this gives me a little bit of time to bebop around the kitchen. And I'm just going to chop up some onion. And I want to chop it up pretty small for the hot dog chili. So I hope you've got something planned. As you can hear, it's raining. So it is raining here today. I'm not going to be out doing much. So I'm going to be cooking, and I'm going to be making up some different mason jars with cake mixes. Because this is still week 2 of prepping to go camping, to open the camper for the first time this spring. So I have some extra time now. Mr. Z's put that back a little bit. So I don't have to worry about rushing. It'll give me more time to get more things ready. And I still have some more things that are coming in, some more packages that have not arrived yet. Some of them are for here at home and some are for the camper. So that is amazing. That will give me more time. So I was not disappointed. Plus, I'm hoping the weather will be a little bit warmer if we set it back a week or 2. So I'm going to chop up about half of that medium onion. And I'm chopping it really small. Most of that's going to cook up in the chili sauce and the hot dog sauce. And I'm going to go ahead and store this other half. And I am going to get some bowls and lids out on over here. Because this is what I'll be putting my hot dog chili in. to go ahead and store my onion, because I'll be using that in something here this week, the beginning of the week. So this is heating up really nice. So I just want to kind of stir it. And then I'm going to go ahead and add these onions into my crock pot. And let all of that brown slowly together in a crock pot. So while that's browning, I can go ahead and get this cleaned up. Toss all of this. And I'm going to move you over here. And I'm going to get my dishwasher started. So, what are you going to do on this rainy Sunday? I'm going to make some hot dog chili. Hot dog sauce. I didn't get my drainer all the way down. There we go. I love the new dishwasher. It's so quiet. So let me go ahead and get the dishwasher going. I didn't have very many dishes last night because it was a quick and simple dinner. So I only had a few dishes. So I wanted to wait till I had enough to run my dishwasher completely through with a full dishwasher. So if you're bored, I'm just in the kitchen fiddling around. Not doing anything special this morning, just making some hot dog chili for dinner this evening. I'm going to do dinner, I'm going to do french fries. hot dogs and french fries with homemade chili sauce. Homemade hot dog chili. I like homemade chili on my hot dogs. I was running behind this morning and I didn't really have a whole lot on my agenda. So I was resting a little bit this morning. And Puppy was a little anxious today. So he finally calmed down. So that's good. I think he can sense the storm coming. I think we're going to have a thunderstorm today. And my spirits picked up so good yesterday whenever I got my Jeep back and I went to town. And I got to go to the little craft store and I found this little apron for spring. Isn't that just too cute? It's too cute. I just think it's absolutely adorable. So now I have a spring apron. I know that I've got a really nice collection of aprons. And I was looking for a few, but I may have some of them at the camper. So, I got to pick up a new apron. And when I'm making this hot dog chili, it's really simple. I'm going to need some brown sugar. And I'm going to move this over here, and I'm not going to do this one. I'm going to use the one that's in it, which is already set up for French fries. So I'm going to go ahead and sanitize this and get it all cleaned and dried because I'm going to try out this new French fry maker and see what I think of it. So I'm going to do a review on this as well. And I just happen to have a few potatoes peeled and in the refrigerator. So let me go ahead and get this cleaned and sanitized. I like trying out new things in the kitchen. And I've been looking at a French fry cutter, but I just had not picked up one. So I'm going to try this one out. This is the new one that just came in. I think I took it out the other day and was showing you some of the new things that arrived. And this is one of the new ones that arrived. So I want to just make sure all that's nice and clean. I love that it's stainless steel. It's not heavy. I thought it would be a little heavier. It's pretty light. But I will see what I think of this new French fry cutter. And I'll get to try it out. So that'll work out just perfect. Perfect. I'm going to use this towel just to make sure that I can get all of that really good and dry because it's the first time we're using it. So I just want to make sure that there's no extra oils, factory oils, or anything on there. So, there we go. We will try that out and see what I think of it. Well, I'm waiting for my burger to turn brown. So let me move you back over to this side. Because I just happen to have a few potatoes peeled in the refrigerator. And I'm going to use those for French fries for dinner this evening. So I think I'm going to go ahead and chop them up. So, these are the potatoes that I had peeled the other day. They were extra. I just put them in the refrigerator in some water. And I'm going to turn those into some French fries. So let me get me another strainer. And I'm just going to strain these off. And I'm going to rinse them really good. So that's even going to be a faster meal for myself. I had forgotten that I already had peeled the potatoes. And I had set them in there when I was making the gratin potatoes the other night. So, I have plenty of potatoes ready. And they are nice and fresh, as you can see. And I'm going to turn those into some French fries. First, I'm going to get me a little container out. And I'm going to put these in there for later. Once I cut them, I'm going to add water to them. And I'm going to set them in the refrigerator until we're ready for them this evening. And I will already have my French fries cut for dinner. So let's try out this new piece of equipment, shall we? A new kitchen tool. So let's see what I think of it. See that okay? Hopefully you can see that okay. I'm going to see what I think of this. Got my potato in. And here goes nothing. I don't know if I like that or not. I think it should be a lot sturdier. Because it is not cutting. Trying to readjust it. And it is not cutting. Oh, goodness. It is not cutting. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that up out of there. I think it would be easier for me just to cut these potatoes myself. So far, I don't think I like this. I'll give it one more try. I'm going to turn the potato around. Give it one more try. I really think this should be a stronger, more sturdy, in my opinion. Oh, I do not like that. I definitely do not like that. In my opinion, it's not sharp enough. And that, to me, is harder on me than me cutting them myself. But, did it make nice French fries? Yes, it did. But to me, I think that that is not going to be very handy for myself. I don't think it weighs enough. I don't think it's strong enough. The ones I've used before when I worked in kitchens were mounted on a table and you could just pull down. And I think I like that better. I don't think I actually have the strength in my hands for this, so I'm going to set that to the side. I'm not very impressed with that. It does make pretty French fries, I will give it that. But I don't think I have enough strength in my arms and hands because of my injuries that I've had, the nerve damage. But as you can see, it does make very pretty French fries. But I just don't think that's something that I'm going to like. I think I'm going to like just to cut them myself. So, that's what I think I'm going to do this morning. And these potatoes, I noticed, were really, really hard. And that may have something to do with it. I noticed that whenever I was cutting them up for the gratin potatoes, I noticed that they were really hard. They seemed pretty hard to me. And that's fresh potatoes that I just picked up at Kroger's. And they are a tough potato. They really are. They're a very tough potato. So it may just be the potato. It may not be the cutter. So I may be judging before I should. But they are a very, very, very tough potato. They did cook up nice, but they're very tough. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut these. And just make my own French fries this morning. And then maybe when I get some more potatoes, if they're not as tough, maybe I can try that. If I can get me a long knife here. These are just really, really tough potatoes. I noticed that whenever I was making the gratin potatoes the other night. I thought, wow, those potatoes are so tough. So tough. And these are not going to be perfect French fries, but they will be homemade fries. And I will get to use up the extra potatoes that I had. Those are just so tough. I'm not impressed at all with those potatoes. And normally Kroger's has pretty good potatoes. But these just were not very good potatoes in my opinion. They're just so tough. And that may be why the machine did not work very good today. It may not even be the machine. It may be these potatoes. So I will clean it up, and the next time I get potatoes, I will give it a second try before I completely rule it out. But I am not impressed. Not impressed at all. Not so far. If I can get these, so maybe with the bigger one. These are just horrible, horrible stuffed potatoes. I don't like that big knife. I'm afraid it's going to bounce back. You just cannot hardly cut these at all. That's why I was going to turn them into mashed potatoes, but I'll just turn them into some French fries. I'll be glad that I only got 10 pounds. And I'll be glad when this 10 pounds of potatoes is used up. And they were supposed to be russet potatoes. But they are just so tough. So tough. I have a really hard time cutting into them and cutting them up. But they will be nice French fries. That's the main thing. They will become French fries, and it will be all just fine. There we go. Thank goodness. I'll be able to use those up. So, a nice container of French fries. Let me get some water on those. And I'm just going to set those in the refrigerator until I need them later this evening for dinner. And then I will have French fries ready. And I just have to heat up my deep fryer and I will have fries. So, that is done. French fries and water. I'm going to set those in the refrigerator. And that will save me one step this evening. The French fries are made. Sorry, making noise. I am always making noise. So let me go ahead and bring you over here for a minute. Now that was a little disappointing. I was hoping that that would cut, but it didn't. Okay, so now I'll show you what I got going on here in the crock pot. This is the hamburger with the onions. And as you can see, it's starting to brown really nice in the crock pot. I've got it on high. And I like this little crock pot because it browns burger and things when I'm wanting to make a small soup or chili, hot dog chili. It does such a nice job. It gets very hot and it will brown the burger. So, there you can see it's the burger and the onions just browning. And while that's doing that, I'm going to come back in here and sit down. Let me remove my apron because I don't want little one to get on my apron. And if I sit down, he'll be up on my lap. So I'm going to go back in here and sit down. So what other ingredients do I use in my hot dog chili? I use a little bit of brown sugar. And then I use a little bit of ketchup. And I use a little bit of mustard. And you just do that to taste. Just a little bit of mustard, a little bit of barbecue sauce, and a little bit of brown sugar. And let me bring him in here so he will calm down. Oops. So let me see if I can't get this back to where it was. Oops, Mom, get a cup of coffee and then we'll sit down. Wait. Well, that's all I'll leave back. So that's how easy it is to make hot dog chili. It's a little bit, about a pound of hamburger, depending on the size of hot dog sauce you want to make. And I'm just making mine for myself and my husband. And it normally makes enough for at least 2 to 3 servings. So I'll put it into separate containers and then I'll freeze it. And then whenever I want hot dogs, all I have to do is thaw out the hot dog chili, set my hot dogs out and some buns out when I'm at camp and I have an instant meal. So that will be one more thing that I've got prepped this week, the end of my week 2 to go camping, would be my hot dog chili sauce. And I'll put it in little containers and I'll put it in the freezer and freeze it. And then I'll be able to take it camping with me. And if I want a quick meal for lunch or a quick dinner, I will have hot dog chili already made and froze. And all I have to do is set everything out. And I have a quick meal at camp while we're camping. Let me turn this big light off. So that is what I am into today. Just a little bit of nothing. I'm just trying to get a few things done. Trying to finish off my end of week 2 prep, all my preparation to go camping. Hi K9, good morning. So now I will have some hot dog chili to take to camp whenever I go camping. And whenever you're in a camper, your kitchen is pretty small. So it's always convenient when I first go to have like some things prepared, you know, like possibly some chili or, well, chili I can do in a crock pot, so I'm not really worried about that. But like my hot dog chilies and different things like that. I like to do those up ahead of time and at least take enough for a couple meals. So that way, if Mr. Z comes in and he says, um, I'm going to have a few guys over for today working on the vehicle, can you, make us some hot dogs with homemade chili and french fries for lunch? I can just go in, take some out of the freezer, and then just let it thaw out, heat it back up for lunch, heat up my hot dogs, and I have lunch and make some french fries, and I have lunch for him and the gentlemen that are working on our vehicles. So I'm moving right along. I'm really glad he set it back a week or two. Boom, boom, boom. He went that way. He has just been up and down and all over this morning. I think he can hear that storm coming, and he's just restless this morning. He doesn't really care much for thunder, and it's been thundering a couple times this morning. So he is so restless, so he's here and there and everywhere. And then Kitty decided to take over his little basket bed this morning. Kitty says, well, Puppy's not going to be in it. I'm just going to lay in it. I'm going to take over the basket bed. So he says, let Puppy go explore a little bit, Mama, and I'll just lay in the basket bed this morning. So they're both very, very hyper and anxious this morning. I think it's the weather. I really think it's the weather. So that's what I'm doing this morning, just sitting here and talking. And then I decided, well, while I was online, I might as well go in and get my hot dog chili sauce started. And so I took everyone into the kitchen. And I was going to try out my new French fry cutter. And it did not go well. It did not go well. And I don't know if it's because I don't have the strength in my hands and it's not a heavy French fry cutter, or if it's these potatoes. Because whenever I opened the bag and I made the gratin potatoes the other night, I was saying how hard they were to slice. The potatoes were just really, really hard. I didn't like the potatoes. And I peeled some extra, and I was going to turn them into mashed potatoes. So I thought, well, I'm just going to go ahead and use those up today, and I'll turn those into some French fries. So here in a little bit, I'll get my portable French fryer out and get it all set up and ready. And I'm going to have some hot dogs with homemade chili sauce and French fries. So that'll be dinner for this evening. That'll be quick and easy. All I have to do is come up with a dessert for Mr. Z, because Mr. Z always needs a dessert. And that's what I'm doing on this rainy, dreary Sunday. But my yesterday turned out wonderful. Yes, it started out slow. And my leg was bothering me pretty bad, and it is today. And I think it's this damp weather. And when I looked at the weather forecast, it looks like we're going to have rain almost every day next week. So I'm not really looking forward to that. Dampness makes my leg really hurt bad. So what are you into this morning, K9? I've been on here for quite a while. A little over an hour and a half. So I need to hop off of here and get some more things done. I have some totes that I'm still working on. I have most of the clothes totes laid out, and I'm slowly adding, as I'm doing my laundry, I'm adding like some t-shirts and then some flannels and then a couple sweaters, different things that are a little bit warmer for like days like today. If we're camping, it would be damp, and I'd want something a little warmer. And then like yesterday afternoon, it was 80 degrees, so I want, it's a hard time of the year going camping this early. So I'm going to want a few things, for warmer weather, and then some things for cooler weather, and especially in the early mornings and in the evenings, especially if we're out sitting around the campfire. So I've got all my totes out, and as I'm laundering everything, I'm putting in Mr. Z's things, and then I'm putting in my things and getting all that ready. I did get some more of the grilling things in. I showed them on a live the other day. There was 2 grilling baskets, and one was collapsible and one was not collapsible. A barbecue rib rack for the grill, and a another small stainless steel rack that's adjustable, and all of those are stainless steel. So those all did come in, and I showed those on my live the other day. And then trying to think what else came in. That was the French fry cutter. And so far, I'm not impressed with that. But that may not have been the piece of equipment. It may have been these potatoes. Because even when I'm trying to hand cut the potatoes, they're very hard and very tough. And I'm struggling just trying to cut or slice the potatoes. I had a hard time when I was making the gratin potatoes with them the other night. And that's a brand new bag of potatoes that was delivered from Kroger's. And they're very hard, and I don't like them. So it may not be the piece of equipment. It may not be the potato cutter. It may be the potatoes. So when I get my next bag of potatoes, I will attempt to use it again before I do a complete review and say, no, I don't like this. And it may just be that my arms and hands are no longer strong enough to use a piece of equipment like that. Now, if it was heavier and it actually had more weight when you're pulling down to cut the potatoes, that may work better for me. Because it's very light. It's a very light piece of equipment. Kitchen tool. But anyway, I am going to go ahead and hop off of here. I'm going to enjoy me some coffee. And again, when I started that the hot dog chili sauce, I just put 1 pound of ground beef in the crock pot, and I'm letting that brown slowly. I chopped up a half a medium onion, diced it small. I've got that in with my hamburger browning in my small crock pot. And then I will add, once that browns, if I need to drain it and drain any excess grease, or I will do that. And then I'll put it back in the crock pot, and I'll add a little bit of barbecue sauce, a little bit of mustard, a little bit of ketchup, and then I'll add a little bit of brown sugar. And I'm adding that slowly and then doing it by taste until I get it the taste that I want for my hot dog sauce. So that's how I make my homemade hot dog chili for my hot dogs. So I thought I would go ahead and share that. I know my daughter absolutely loves my hot dog chili. So there's another recipe on there for my daughter. There you go, sweetheart. Mama's hot dog chili. So I'm going to hop off of here. I'm going to get some more things done. And I think Puppy and I, then once we get all of this put together and in storage containers, I think Puppy and I may take a little nap. Because I think Puppy needs a nappy nap. So, until next time, don't be afraid to try new things in your kitchen. Always go in and explore in your kitchen. Experiment. It's fun. Don't be afraid to try new things in your kitchen. Yeah, Puppy needs a nappy nap. He says, oh, I'm tired. I need a nappy nap. He needs to recharge his batteries. He's tired. He'll get up and just go, and then he'll lay down and rest. For about 15 minutes, it's almost like he recharged his batteries. So I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here and get a few things done. And I'm going to rest this afternoon, and I will have a very simple, very quick, and very easy dinner. So, till next time, stay safe. And as always, be kind. Be kind to one another. We need to see more of that. So, till next time, bye-bye, everyone. I'll see you next time. See you.